Alright people, what is going on? Back with another video. Just got off of work, so you know what time it is. It's another car ride. I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinions about something. Haven't looked at any headlines or anything. You know, I just been, working, getting back from vacation. I gotta go hit this barbershop sometime the next few days. I be looking rough, man, when I be working, man. I gotta be looking tight. Can't embarrass the folks. You know, my wife be looking at me like, man, you can't be looking like that with me. So I gotta tighten up. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into this. Straight to the point. I know there's some current gaming stuff I need to be talking about, but I want to jump back into retro stuff. I try to be well versed in both sides. But I was looking at some videos, and I noticed on one of the videos they were talking about the game prices still going up, but it's going to be for a new generation. The Wii apparently has been going up for the past year or so, since a lot of people been coming home. It was staying home because of the pandemic or whatever, and the Wii prices have been going up. So what does that mean for the PS3 and the Xbox 360? Now's the time, if you want to, you might want to get into collecting those if you haven't already. It's always this window between 12 and 15 years that a system starts to get nostalgic to people, and people start trying to buy these consoles again. It is 2022. The Wii came out in 06. The Xbox 360 came out in 05. So that's like 12, 13, 14 years around that window. A lot of these people who are kids are now a little bit older now. They got some money, they got some jobs, or whatever the case may be. So they got some income coming in, and they may want to start buying some of their childhood back. That happens all the time. If you are trying to figure out why the GameCube prices have gone up, the GameCube now is what, 19 years old now? So it's already past that time that people started to pick it up, but now people start to pay attention. So now let's get back to that generation we was talking about. PlayStation 3, Wii, Xbox 360. The Wii, with the Wii it's some of the games that I've noticed, but it's it's mostly the games, not much of the console. You can get the console at a decent price, but the 360, the console of the 360 is going up. The PlayStation 3 is a little bit different. The PS3 console is pretty much steady, but some of the games have gone up. So it's kind of like a reverse effect. Games on the 360, not so much, but the console itself, yes indeed. The PS3 console, kind of steady, but the PS3 games, yes indeed. So I will tell you that these consoles and the games, the system itself is not necessarily skyrocketing up. It ain't like how the GameCube has lately. GameCube is just ridiculous. The Wii is starting to get like that. But the PS3 360 is starting to have a small uptick. That's why I say you might want to get in now if you want to get into those consoles. Get into it now. I've been on the PS3 for a long time. As far as that console is like my traveling console. I like to travel with that console because it's really easy to manage when you don't have to worry about online and off, stuff. You can play the games as is, and they're high quality games still to this day. But everybody else who has it and you thinking about it, you might want to get into one of those consoles now. I think the 360, I think people are starting to get those up pretty quick. So you may find those around $80, maybe $90 minimum. The PlayStation 3 has always been around the $100 mark. It's always been that. So that's what I said. It's going to probably be a steady look. But as far as some of those games on the PS3, they're starting to jump up in price. Some of those games are the 360 itself. The 360 has been a fairly cheap console. You can find that console even before GameStop stopped taking them. You can find a 360 for like $60, in some cases between $40 and $50. Now they're going up to $80. I would not be surprised within a year or so those going to be up there around the $100 mark, because it's just some people just are nostalgic for it, even though you can play those games backwards compatible in some cases on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series S. There are just some people that just want to have a 360. That's just how it is. Some people find that nostalgia. That's the purpose of retro gaming. People just like to have those consoles. So if you're into it, I'll behoove you to get it. Now I'm gonna jump to the PS3 before I go. The PS3 is an excellent console to collect for if you can find a working fat one, like a fat PS3. If you can get one, you're in luck, because a handful of the fat PS3s are backwards compatible with the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. You're good money for 3 consoles. And in some cases, if you play your cards right, you can get other consoles to play on that system. And I'm not talking about jailbreaking. It's just that you can get some PSP games to work on, I think. No, PSP mini games. I think those work on it as well. PC Engine games. If you get online and buy some games from the Japanese store, you can get some PC Engine games. So you may want to look into that. If you don't get the fat PS3, you still got an excellent console where they can play PlayStation 1 games. So people who are not into purchasing a PS1, you can get a PS3 and you can play PlayStation 1 games on your high definition or 4K television. I mean, you can't beat that if you're not really wanting to get an original hardware. And if you don't even want to buy the games, which it's still shaky about if the game's going to be playable down the road once the online service go off. But you can get a lot of PlayStation 1 games and some PS2 classics on the PlayStation 3 that is not necessarily backwards compatible with the PS2. So I think this is a really good move. You guys may want to look into this. You can find some PlayStation 3s and Xbox 360s for cheap if you look in the right places. But if you're looking in the main areas, these places like eBay and some of these retro game stores, they know the value of these consoles are going up. They definitely know the value of the games, because most of these retro stores get more games than consoles anyway. So they know the value of the games. So you may want to look at private owners who may just not want their PS3s or 360s anymore. You may want to look into that. So if you can find one, you may find somebody who don't want their system no more. You could probably get a steal. In some cases, you could probably find one of those 2 consoles for under $40, depending on who you run into when you're looking on the private sector. Like when you're looking at, I'm not talking about, like private sector. Like when you're looking at like Facebook shopping or whatever it's called, Facebook Marketplace. Hell, look, even Craigslist is still out there. You can even go to Craigslist. So, and I think Etsy's another one. You can go to all these places. I think Etsy is starting to go by the wayside of eBay, but that's another story for another day. But you can go to all these places. If you don't have one of these consoles, you can go in and find one for a cheap price. But to be honest with you, if you can find a price at the price that it is now, $80 to $90 or $80 to $70 for a 360, $80 to $100 for a PS3, you may be in good shape. If you're looking for a fat PS3, those things are going up really fast. Now that console is going up quick. If you find a working one, you're going to find that for almost $250. Is it worth it? Hey, you get 3 consoles in one. That's up to you to decide. But if you want just one of these run-of-the-mill PS3s that are not the fat ones, or if you can find a 360 that's in good shape, anywhere between $70 to $100 is a good time to get into it right now. Because I'm telling you, 6 months, probably to a year from now, it's going to go up in price, and don't be left trying to get one when these prices are going up. I think it's a really good time right now to get one, and you get good value for those consoles. There's some great games on the 360. There's some great games on the PS3, and the 360 is still kind of backwards compatible with original Xbox. And I can go all day about the original Xbox because I collect for that system. I really collect for that system. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm going home to see my wife, see my son, hang out with them, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all take it easy. Peace.